Hayabusa, which I'm actually surprised. But you did say na sa mga na meron siyang traction sa mga pop badges natin nakikita. And I think that the Hayabusa is also target ban against Aether na nakita natin. Even in the previous seasons that Aether actually prioritized into picking. So, like this idea from No Limit to actually respect ban Hayabusa. Laban sa Aether.
So malaking impact din yan. Kapag binigay nila yan, so parang mas tataas yung chances nila for winning. So you need to remove all of those comfort heroes coming from the opposite side. And also, Claude will be banned here by the side of Team No Limit plus the Cho.
Yes, there is the Cho. Which means na Harith and Kimi are available. But I think over the two, mukhang Harith ang mas priority dito ng Bren, No Limit. I would say Aether can opt to go for those early tanky heroes like Leomord. Sasabihin ko sana din. And surprisingly, Kimi agad na kanila pipiliin dito. They're not gonna go for a tank yet.
Hindi pa. Siguro mga third pick. Kasi since meron tayong third ban tingin ko na-excite ako sa Beleric.
Yeah.
With the recent change. Binabasa ko siya kanina before we start the game. At yung passive niya pwede niya ibigay. So malaking impact yun when it comes to team fight. And also saving your allies.
It is a massive update sa Beleric kasi before this, nakapanood tayo ng ibang online tournaments. Beleric was already being picked. So kumbaga nag-isikat na siya on its own. Pero na ngayon, quote-unquote na buff pa siya, mas lalo siya mapipili ngayon for sure. And it's great against Kimi. It's not that great versus Leomord because Leomord can just shut him down. Pero ang idea kasi nun sa Beleric is mas maganda pumili ka ng heroes na nagdi-deal ng chunks of damage instead of ng mga slow na, kunwari Claude for example, di ba maliliit yung damage output niya pero mabibilis. So madami siyang madami siyang attacks per second.
So doon pumapasok yung ano niya,
yung flower of life. But of course, if you have something like a Leomord na big chunks of damage ang nag-dish out, mas less effective yung Beleric. They are seeing this Thamus as well as this Minotaur picked up by No Limit. They want to have this Thamus para meron silang way makipag-duel kumbaga with against Kimi and against the Leomord. Of course, the Thamus can supply that tank ability as well as the damage output while tanking some damage. Kasi that's the idea with Thamus, nakakapag-tank siya ng damage kahit paano.
You're talking about tanking with the lifesteal from Thamus.
Exactly.
It will be easier for him to go inside and also catch Kimi.
Yeah.
Which is mangyayari niya siya ang magiging main priority niyan for the side of No Limit. They need to catch this Kimi as soon as possible, and that's one of the reasons why they've also picked up that Beleric on top of the Leomord.
That's right. Now, hindi natin nakakita ng Mpl Season 2, but now that we are on Season 3, we have the 3-ban system. Although nakita natin siya nung qualifier, it's a totally different story kapag group stages na talaga. Dito na tayo makikita kung ano ba talaga ang tunay na effect ng pagkakaroon ng triple ban sa atin dito. Lunox, actually, the ban from No Limit. Well, Aether Atlas can look to go for another ban on tank perhaps, or another sabihin na natin dito na physical damage dealer that can shut down the Leomord. For example, pwede sila mag-Aldo ban dito. Yeah. I don't think the Hellcurt will be banned anymore. But I think Hellcurt can also be picked
by Aether Atlas.
Yan na. Naban na nga nila yung Hellcurt mismo. Inisip ko din, para sa Aether Atlas, pwede rin nilang kunin yan. At least. But we did say na kailangan ng physical damage na pwedeng pang shutdown nga din sa Leomord.
Kasi maganda rin kasi pang protect yan sa sa Kimi.
That's right.
Where you're reducing division from the side of No Limit. So I think kung hindi nila ipipick, ibaban na lang nila.
That's right. Now, we're seeing the last set of picks for both teams. We did mention that there could be another tank upcoming for Aether Atlas. I would say a way to control this Bren No Limit lineup. So you kind of have to have, that's a tank that can give you some sort of crowd control. For example, Minotaur is already being picked by No Limit. That's why the Akai and Lolita are the only ones that could be picked up by Aether Atlas. Because what I think is, even though you already have the tank through the Beleric, you still have to have that sort of crowd control source, like an initiation source. For example, Lolita, for example, the Akai. Because otherwise, you will not have enough lockdown for Bren No Limit.
And also on top of that, you need to control the Zaman force of Harry. Kung pagka ikot mo, push back mo lang siya, so at least you can control and also push back the rest of Team No Limit away from the main source of damage of Aether Atlas, which is Kimi, and also we have Kagura being hovered over by Aether Atlas here. Since wala pa silang magic damage, and also Kagura is one of those heroes na kaya mag-control or adding to their CCs rather.
Okay ako. Mukhang naalala ko to. Hindi ko masabi kung season 1 or season 2 na pinik yung another healer na parang dati kasi ang nauusong pang sustain lang sa mga teams is yung like, something like a Digi or Angela, and then hindi pa napipick yung something like Estes for example to actually heal out your teammates. Nakita natin yun noong I guess season 2. Basta, I'm pretty sure it was from Bren. Now that the limit is part of Bren, medyo in-apply nila dito yung kanyang strategy. I'm not sure if that is correlated, by the way. Hindi ko sasabing super correlated yun. What I'm trying to say is, people actually started to go for this sort of single tank na adjustment, tapos may isa kang healer, na hard healer, which is now the SS. And this will be a full support SS, I would say. Kasi isa lang yung pinaka-tank dito na Bren No Limit. I'm not entirely sure how this will pan out for their team, but let's just say na ang nakita kong trend ngayon sa mga matches na parang ko online is nagsi-single tank sila, and then one added support or one added na fighter to go with it. To deal it's either magdadagdag kayo ng pang-heal or magdadagdag kayo ng
pan-damage. So looking at this draft right here, we have our first game for our first series. We have No Limit versus Aether Atlas. Sa side ng No Limit, we have JP on the carry, Kelch naman sa Tamus, Raflesha on the Minotaur, Sky on the Harriet, and MM on the Aether.
Sa kabila naman, Aether Atlas, you have LeBron on the Kimi, Kripsu ang ating Akai, si Changu ang ating Tagra, Lue onto the Veleric, and Kenji with the Leomord.
Mga si Kelch medyo hinahabol ngayon ni Leomord. But again, ito yung kailangan nyo mag-farm. Kailangan mo lang talaga magkaroon ng enough farm, enough sustain for them to group up on the next few minutes of the game.
Wow. So, a lot of damage already done to Kel VJ. Na pinatumi agad ngayon. Ito yung gusto ko rin sabihin na napansin ko na nakita namin from gusto ko lang din parang i-expand yung sinabi ko kanina. Nakakita tayo ng single tank na choices for teams. And ang napapansin ko is yun nga, single tank, tapos mayroon kang either fighter or healer. This time healer, ginamit na dito with Estes. It's not, hindi lang siya kinuha dahil sa heal out, don't get me wrong. You will also get a lot of damage output coming from this, a lot of control as well. Pero hindi siya katulad ng isa pang discipline niya na single tank plus fighter. For example, single tank Minotaur, tapos meron ka ng main sitar, for example, na hindi naman siya rough tank, hindi siya hard tank, pero kunin mo siya as fighter. So, the thing is, you mix up one tank plus one support or plus one fighter. The idea is to help your teammates by killing your opponents instead of giving you, parang soaking the damage out from your opponents. So, parang uunahan mo lang patayin yung kalaban mo.
Pati yung binibigay din kasi ng sustainability ng SSA, with the amount of healing, it really depends on how many heroes are there whenever he uses ultimate. So, parang ano rin yan parang ang laking sustainability na kaya niyong ibigay. And I think Estes here is a very good composition when it comes to this playstyle of No Limit. So nakita natin, unang-una pa lang, umiikot ka agad ang top, carry and also Estes with this combination. They might be able to choke him out. Django, mukhang hindi na naman ng stun. But it's a 4-man group up coming from No Limit, putting up this early aggression, and they might be the one who's going to take down the turtle. At pumapeso na rin ang Aether Atlas. Unti-unti nakakaramdam ang Aether Atlas. They're trying to poke the turtle away. But ito na magkaroon tayo magandang skirmish dito. Level 4, si Raflesha. But I think the ultimate is not ready yet. Nagamit nila kanina nung sinubukan nilang patayin si Changu.
Will cool down soon. But for Aether Atlas, try pa rin nila dito yung turtle. The chopping mula items dito. Nakakaganda ka kayo ultimate. And then we'll get one. And Zest is down for the count. Benedict with the ultimate as well. Lesha, kumano dito na magandang timing. Sound Force activated already. But the turtle will be taken by the Kag. Patay dito yung Akai. Muli kumamatay din dito yung Minotaur. The Benedict will be traded out. Harriet will get that one. Kel VJ will get the double kill as he takes out the Kag. This is Kel trying to run away from LeBron. But LeBron already makapatay dito si Tamos.
3-4-2 exchange coming again on the side of No Limit, and also yung retribution ni Kagura, sinecure niya yung turtle, and he's able to dish out a lot of damage here. But then again, mahirap kasing pumesto Kung sakaling pumasok ka with the Tamos at si Kari yung, rather si Kimi yung pinafocus niya, you need to focus on Tamos. So, disable nila yung damage output ni LeBron. So a good way of controlling the skirmish again coming from No Limit.
The thing with Aether is pwede nilang i-abuse yung fact na meron silang range dito enough range from the Kag, from the Kimi. There's one way for you to kind of hamper the growth of a Thamus. Kasi Thamus is a very melee-based hero, wants to get into your face. If you kite him out, pwede siyang hindi siya maglalast sa defense. Because the thing with Thamus is he has to deal the damage in a very short range for him to actually survive the fights. Because otherwise, yung Contra Inferno niya, hindi mag-hit, hindi siya mag-proc, which also means na wala siyang sustain. So if you're Aether Atlas, you have to kind of take advantage of the range advantage that you have versus Thamus. So as the Harith is not, hindi siya ganun ka long range of a hero eh. Kimi and Kag will outrange the Harith for sure. And that is one thing that Aether Atlas should take advantage of.
Tama. Pati makikita mo dito yung positioning nila eh. Kailangan ingatan nila. They need to keep an eye on this on Kripsu. Kasi once makapasok siya or after using the Salmon Force, you need to position yourself away. Kailangan mo agad makapunta sa backlines para ma-push back mo si Sky. Pero andun lagi si MMA. So nandun pa lagi sustainability and also the slow coming from MM as well. At ito nga yung No Limit aggression. Kinakatagat nila yung wave and then para lang ma-secure yung next turtle.
Yeah. They actually secured the next turtle here.
Pero i-contest din naman yun eh. Alam ng Aether Atlas na nandun din yung No Limit. And Kripsu,
it's all about who starts the fight. Kanina dun sa laban, Aether Atlas had the upper hand in terms of starting the fight. But they're going to deactivate this ultimate. Medyo hindi maganda for Aether Atlas. They've already expended one their ultimate. Sa chopping wala na flash up. Ganda Milo of Fury. Slowly, dalawa dito. Nakakuha na sila isang kill. Kay Gag, samo na rin dito yung Kai. Kenji wants to salvage his fight but he can't. They have to back away right now as No Limit will win that fight.
ang ganda ng pagkakapasok ni Reflection doon into a Minuan's Fury. Dalawa agad ang nahul nila with a follow-up coming from MM and the first damage coming from No Limit. Nasecure agad nila yung dalawa. At wala na silang control. Si Akay namatay din si Changu. Yun ang yung magiging prior threat nila from coming from this 6-minute mark eh. Kung wala pag damage output or rather yung scaling, power spike ni Lebron. So a good Minoan Fury securing the turtle and also winning them fight.
Now onto the bottom side of the map, trying to push dito on No Limit. Unfortunately, mukhang hindi sa depensa ng Aether Atlas. Since many members of No Limit already able to push it. There's the endless battle picked up by JP. So this is a really close fight, pero nahuli si Kripsu. It's an ultimate versus an ultimate commitment from both teams. No one will die.
Pero at least meron silang idea na yung Zaman Force and also the Hurricane has been used already. So they will try to choke them out, taking all of their resources, especially the buff, away from Aether Atlas.
It could be another clash here in the middle. But I think that No Limit is getting the upper hand into this game slowly and surely because of the fact that they have this Thamus that's split pushing around the map. So this is actually a 4 versus 5 commitment for both teams, wherein No Limit will get that +1, which is the Thamus who really doesn't really want to fight per se, but can actually fight whenever he wants to. Zaman Force connects onto LeBron, and in comes the Minoan Fury connecting onto LeBron. It'll be chased down by the Estes. Actually, the Harith will be the one to dish out the damage. The double kill already for No Limit.
At ang sakit talaga ng damage ni Estes at patay. Siya pa yung nakakuha ng double kill doon. And again, this aggression coming from Team No Limit. Hindi pa rin tapos si Kel sa ipapakpakan kay Kenji. He's still trying to cut this farm of Leomord. Control. Isa yan sa mga bagay na kaya mong gawin for Atamus. Just be aggressive on this Leomord. Stop mo siya makakuha ng farm since you're forcing Aether Atlas to play 4 versus 5 eh. So, kailangan mag-stick lang as 5 and then take all of the objectives. Talking about the objective, top lane. Ubus na kaya ng tier 2 turrets. So, unti-unting ginagalawan ng No Limit dito.
Yeah.
Chicho, rather.
Yes, this is actually No Limit that we did mention kanina, getting a little bit of advantage slowly and surely. Tapos syempre magkapila ng mga konting advantages na to over time. We did mention that the objectives did favor No Limit. They have 5 turns down as compared to 2 only for Aether Atlas. Ang laking gold influx na mabibigay sa nila as well as map control. And it's very important to have map control if you have a marksman like this carry. It's actually level 9, 0, 0, and 5 for JP. And the fact na hindi siya namamatay dito meant na talaga nakapag-farm siya na maigi.
Nakapag-farm siya. Kasi talagang hindi siya nakakontrol. Ito na yung Hurricane Dance. But again, MM with the ultimate. They're trying to throw Visual Fury into 4 into Zaman Force. Hindi pa rin sila tapos. Napagandang setup naman nun from Team No Limit. But Kenji still trying to run away. JP will be not going to secure that kill. Lue on the backside. Reflesha being caught out by Creepsu. Here comes the 1,000-pounder. And the kill from Akai. Pero hindi pa rin sila tapos. Backlines Lebron. A nice way for them to separate the rest of Aether Atlas. Dalawang skirmish agad na nangyayari doon.
Wow. Nakikita natin dito yung sustain coming out from the S is really paying off for No Limit. I thought that they already lost the fight. Kasi ito magandang start talaga sa No Limit. No questions asked. Sa ganda kanilang ultimate commitment. But they were kind of hunted around. Ngayon nga lang, yung Aether Atlas, dahil masyado silang nagtagal doon sa laban, nag-favor to sa No Limit because No Limit will have the advantage for longer team fights. Because they have Estes, they have Samus, they have Carry. These heroes, they want the fights to go longer. Even when there's a Beleric, they have got the advantage because Aether Atlas stayed for far too long.
At sino ay makakasecure dito ng Lord. Here comes the jump. Ultimate coming from Lue. Pero it wouldn't be enough. The Zaman Force again. The damage from Zaman. He'll be going to secure that kill. Carry. Ito naman sinasabi natin. Unti-unti na nagbe-flex. Si Kilms. Ang habol pa with the jump again. 1,000-pounder from Creeps. Able to run away. And the Ilbino is going to secure the Lord. That's the Lord one.
Very nice discipline coming out from No Limit. Hindi na sila naghabol pa further. They did lose their Estes back then. But of course, they advantage the Lord and they were able to take down 3. Ang ganda ng mga Minoan Fury timings dito coming out from Reflesha. I think na tama yung timing niya, hindi lang to start the fights but also to salvage a fight whenever it is already turned around. Kasi without the use of the Zaman Force, tapos bigla nag-Minoan Fury sa bandang dulo na ng laban, I think Aether Atlas would have capitalized on that fact. But because of the fact that No Limit, tiniming nila yung kanilang mga team fight tools dito perfectly well, natalo nila dito yung Aether Atlas doon sa fight around the Lord.
Pati yung ganda na ginagawa ng No Limit dito. Alam nila kung kailan sila mag-take ng fight. Alam nila kung kaya nilang tapusin yung fight, kung kaya nilang manalo rather. But then again, this ultimate's coming from No Limit. And yung Estes, ito yung Estes debut after the rework. Pinapakita ng No Limit kung paano gamitin ng Estes. And they're really going or doing good when it comes to this fight. And also Lord is matitake down ng Aether Atlas.
This is already a big problem para sa Atlas. Inhibitor down sa top. Jumping mula kay Creepsu. Actually, magandang usage dito na kanyang Hercules. Si Vana nakapag-bulwark pa rin and the Sound Force will be there. Nahuli yung natin ito. Inuubos na nga sila. Ginamit dito yung Phantom Speed but that will not help him. Bring it down on the side of Aether Atlas as No Limit will get the upper hand. They still have their cores intact. Yung tatlong core pa dito. Buhay na buhay. Sound Force. Nahuli yung dalawa. At ubos sila dito. That's No Limit. Winning this game. Wow. This best of 3 series will favor No Limit.
Tol, ang ganda ng pagkakalagay ng Zaman Force and also ng Minoan Fury.